Hi guys, welcome back to our series on manifesting and co-creation, where we're talking about how to take your dreams, thoughts, and vision of potential and manifest them out into the actual. So if you haven't seen the videos up until now, I certainly suggest taking a look at them. In our last video, we spoke about the 5 steps of co-creation. And the quick recap is, step number 1 was to have a clear desire. Step number 2 was to just ask. Step number 3, expect that it's coming. Step number 4 was keep it private. And step number 5 was hold on. What I want to speak to you about today, in today's video, is what gets in the way. You know, it's really easy to talk about the 5 steps of what to do, but where is it that we're getting it wrong? What is happening that blocks us from getting to what we've desired? A lot of people, they seem to be doing everything right. They're saying the right words, they're thinking the right thoughts, they're trying to feel good, and they're really putting all their energy and focus on getting to what they want to get to. And the question is really, what's going wrong? Why isn't it showing up in life? So that's what I want to look at today. Till now, we've made it really clear that which is the engine, the energy that moves everything inside of you and attracts everything into your life is really your belief. Belief is what attracts. Like we said, emuna is moshech. So the question is, what's the opposite of emuna? What's the opposite of belief? So if belief is an energy of connection, right? So fear and doubt is really a belief in the opposite, right? So a negative belief, right? So belief positive is I believe something is true or something will happen. That same belief, if it's attached to a negative outcome, maybe one believes that something may not happen, or they believe something won't happen, or conversely, they believe something bad will happen or something bad may happen, right? So you've got fear and doubt. When you think something bad will happen or you think something good will not happen, that's called fear, right? When you think something bad may happen or something good may not happen, that's called doubt. But either way, you're believing in the thought of the doubt. You're believing in the thought of the fear. And that's what cuts us off from the energy of attracting good. Because all of a sudden, what we're doing is believing in the thing we don't want to happen. We're believing in the doubt. So if belief is what channels and charges the energy of the thought, then what do you think happens when you put that belief into a doubt? So you're channeling doubt. You're attracting maybe. So the question is going to be, how can we unblock? So very often what happens is that the energy that we put out when we're trying to manifest something, we're trying to make something happen, like we said in the very first video, which if you need a reminder, I'd go check it out, that when we are in the process of co-creation, we're not the creators, we're the co-creators, meaning we're creating space. Our job is to tune in. Our job is to align with that which we want to bring into this reality, but we're not the bringer of it. We're not in control. And that need for something to happen, that controlling energy, that's actually a block, because the fact that you feel like you need to control it and make it come out is your lack of belief in the process, your lack of belief in the manifesting process, in the co-creative process, in God bringing it to you in your life. That lack of belief is really a belief in the doubt. It's a belief in fear that it may not happen or will not happen, and therefore you yourself need to control the process. And that controlling energy is actually blocking you from letting it come in. Wild, right? Amazing. In addition, by putting it out there in a way that you feel like it's coming from a neediness, what you're really affirming is that you don't have it and you're coming from a place of lack. Remember, this whole concept, this whole reality is related to the idea that we are connected to an infinite abundance, that we are connected to a source that is bigger and beyond anything we can imagine, and therefore we lack nothing. And on the deepest levels, anything that we want and everything that we need, we already have. And it's about tuning in and aligning with that and allowing it to come. So if we're out there in a controlling energy, in a needy energy, we're actually sending out the message that we believe in the fear, we believe in the doubt, we believe that we don't have it, it's not coming, it's not here. So in as much as you believe it's not here, so guess what's not coming? So how do we undo the blocks of fear and doubt and plug into the belief, which is the true feel-good energy, to allow what we want to come into our life? So step number one in being able to undo negative belief patterns is to look at the type of questions that we're asking. Are we asking how and when? If you're asking, how is this possibly going to come into my life? Well, I don't know how it's going to happen, so I have to do everything. You've just undone the whole process, because how has made you think, well, I don't know any other way that it could possibly happen. And the way that I see things, if I don't do everything and control all the parts, so it's not going to happen. So how is the wrong question. When is also the wrong question. Because if you say, well, when's this going to happen? And I want it to happen by a certain time, it has to happen by then. So the moment that you put a time limit on something and say, it must happen by then, and you keep asking, well, when is it coming? When is it coming? So we continue to go back into that neediness, back into that controlling energy, back into the belief of fear or doubt. It won't happen. It may not happen. So it's about changing the way we're asking the question. Stop asking how. Stop asking when. In other words, to stop asking how and when, that's called surrender. Surrender and accept the idea that we don't have the answers of how everything's going to manifest in the world, how everything's going to manifest in our life. It's just not known. All you need to know is, why is this important and who's in charge? If we understand that the world is being run, guided, and taken care of by something infinitely bigger, greater, a divine intelligence that has perfect order, and some being that you can trust and rely upon, to totally lean upon, so then you can let go of the how and when and just focus on, why is this important? And by doing that, you actually affirm your belief in what's important to you. And now you can lean into that good feeling of actually experiencing that which is coming. Step number two is to take stock in what you're actually focusing on. Where's your attention? You can do this by looking at the type of language you're using, the words in your speech patterns. You can look at the type of thoughts you're having, and certainly you can look at your feelings about this. And what we're looking for is, are you focusing on the problem or on the solution? On the need or on the need fulfilled? Are you focusing on what's missing, or are you focusing on what you're looking for and what's coming and what's really already here? That's the shift. That's the positive shift we need to make. If you're constantly focused on, I need this, there's this problem. If you're on the problem, so that's what you're putting all of your energy, all of your belief into the problem. The goal is to totally shift that over and focus on the solution. Don't focus on what is missing. Focus on what you want. All the energy has to go in the unabated, non-judgmental feeling of, this is what I want, and this is all I'm going to focus on. In Hebrew, the word for will, the deepest desire within us, is ratzon. Ratzon means will. It's the highest part of the self. And it's connected to the word ratz, which means run. That's where we're running. We have to know, where are we running to? What is the object of our desire? Don't focus on what's missing. Focus on where you're going. Focus on who you want to be, not the problem of who you think you are. When we can make that shift, the space is clear. You're totally in tune. You're in alignment. And if you'll notice, when you do think those thoughts, say those words, you feel good. When you focus on what you want and not on the problem, not on the fact that it's missing. This is the beauty of dreaming. When you dream, you're awake. You're alive. But you have to dream while you're awake. So let go of what you don't want and get clear on what you do want. I'm going to say that again, because that is such an important thing to know. Let go of what you don't want and get clear on what you do want. Don't focus on what's missing anymore. Focus on what it is that it's going to look like when it's there. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it feel in the room? Where are you in the world? And how do you experience that? That's really going to be step 3. Step 3 is the power of writing things down, speaking things out, and visualizations. Why is it that making a vision board works? Why is there so much success in creating a bunch of pictures of what you want in your life? So the answer is, it's not the pictures on the wall, and it's not even the words themselves, and it's not writing things down, and it's not even the visualization. It's that when you're doing all of these things, when you are in a practice of visualizing, when you're writing something down, in that moment, you're so focused on what you're visualizing, you're focused on what you're writing down, that you're actually in vibrational alignment of that which you're trying to receive. And in that moment, you are drawing it close to you, because now you're connecting to it, because you're allowing yourself to just want it without getting involved in all the disbelief, without getting involved in all the judgment that you have on the wants. If you can just let those things go, drop fear, drop doubt, and step into what you do want, that's what the process of visualizing is doing. That's what the writing is doing. That's what the speaking is doing. It's allowing you, at least in those moments, to be fully in alignment with what those things are, with who you want to be, what you want to do, and where you want to go. So my suggestion for you today is to actually take some time to either write or visualize that which you're looking to get in your life, or that which you're trying to be. And while you're doing it, get very specific, get detailed. Not just detailed in the things you want to have in your dream. So for example, let's say you want to get on a vacation and spend some time, walking around in Italy and seeing the sights with your best friend. What I want you to do is to get really experiential with the feelings. What does it feel like emotionally to be with your friend? What does it feel like to to go and travel in a city you've never been to, and the mystery and the curiosity of going down different streets and alleyways that you like to explore? What does it feel like to see fashion you hadn't seen before? What are the smells? Is it windy? Is it hot? Is it cold? And how does that make you feel? Get detailed, but it's really about the feelings that are going on, because that's what you're trying to get to. Just remember that behind everything, there's a feeling that it gives you. People don't buy things. People buy states. Everybody's looking for a certain state of consciousness, a certain state of being. People want to feel a certain way. They want to see a certain way. They want to be perceived and perceive the world a certain way. So I'm not saying to let go of the outside, of the external picture, of the thing you want or the place you want to go. But what's more important is, what is that going to give you? That feeling that it's going to give you is what you're looking for. So focus on that, get big on that. And when it may creep in thoughts of negativity, oh, this will never happen, this can't happen, address it and see it for what it is, and know that it's just a thought, and let it go. Let it pass and go right back to what's important, straight to the visualization, straight to the writing. Get right in that zone where you feel totally connected to what you're doing, because it's really that's going to open you up and align you in with what you're trying to get to. Keep in mind, so long as you're optimistic, it's still coming. It's still on its way. The moment you detour into doubt or fear, you're cutting off the flow. You're cutting yourself off from being able to receive. So you want to be able to catch yourself in those spaces and redirect yourself. Use that as a detour to go all the way around and get back on the path of what you do want. Let go of what you don't. Get clear on what you do. At the end of the day, there's only ever resisting or allowing. That's basically what we get. We're either falling into fear and doubt, believing in our negative thoughts and having negative belief, and in that we're resisting all the positive that wants to come. We're actually attracting that which we don't want to come towards us, the more energy we put there. Or we can be in a state of allowing, which is to let go of how and when, to be open to who and why, and focus on solutions and what we want, and let go of what's missing in the problems. So I hope this served you well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. find yourself in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Release any tension you have in your body. And take a deep breath. And let it go. Deep breath in. And let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Relax your body. Let your breathing return to normal. And place your attention on the physical sensations you can feel right now. The soles of your feet. Your legs. The sensation of what you're sitting on right now. Bring your awareness up to your abdomen and your chest. Sense the inflow and outflow of your breathing. Now up your neck. Your face, and to the very top of your head, and you are grounded in your body and ready to receive. Time to let go of all limiting beliefs. Let go of all pessimism, remembering that thoughts have no power on their own. Only your belief gives them power. You can write a new contract with your life. You can rewrite your script of what you believe. If you were given the power to change what you believe, to believe whatever you wanted, what would you believe? Take a minute to dwell on each of the following questions. What do you want to believe about yourself? What do you want to believe about your life? What do you want to believe is going to happen in your life? What do you want to believe about your purpose in this world? Forget all discouraging thoughts. From now on, focus on what you want to believe and less on the beliefs you were given as a child. You are limitless. You are connected to the infinite. Whenever you are ready, take a deep breath and you can open your eyes back to the room.